welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here today. And today's reading is for the fire sign of Aries for January 2026. Aries, how are you? I hope that you had a wonderful holiday season. I'm excited to be getting into the first reading of the new year for you. For the reading, I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck by Ciro Marchetti. I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread. As I always remind you, the readings may or may not resonate. If the reading does resonate and you enjoy it, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be notified when I do post new content. And if you're looking for more sort of frequent content, shorter videos, you can find those over on TikTok. You can follow me there at Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok. Lastly, I would encourage you to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and rising for a more complete overview of the energy surrounding you. All right, let's get going then. Aries, you start off with, wow, brand new beginnings with this Ace of Wands. So obviously this is fire energy. You're a fire sign, and the suit of wands has to do with the work that we do. It's our own passion, drive, ambition, determination, and creative projects and endeavors. And aces in the tarot, they are blessings from the universe. They are sort of the green light. So this is a big yes coming in. And this is, this is the new offer. This is the new job offer coming in. If it's a relationship, this would be the beginning phases of it. It's very passionate, very exciting. If it's a new creative project or endeavor, it's like very exciting. You're very excited about it. But it's, this is a big yes. So this is a very positive way to start the year. And we have crowning it. So what could help or hinder? The Seven of Swords, which this, it's not the greatest of energies, but I would say that, there are other ways of interpreting the Seven of Swords. So yes, it can be. You can see that somebody is sneaking away here with the Five Swords, kind of getting away at night, leaving two behind. So stealing away, it can be like sneaky, somebody's acting or like betraying somebody or getting away with something, stealing away with the swords. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. Like sometimes the Seven of Swords is when, say, you're applying for other jobs, you don't want other people to know, so you're doing things behind their back, but it's not necessarily nefarious. It's just, you're not ready to broadcast to the world that you're looking for a new job, something along those lines. Also, the Seven of Swords can be needing to see or come up with a new way of thinking or how to do something, right? Because the suit of swords is air energy. It has to do with our mind, it's our thoughts, how we communicate, get those thoughts across to other people. And you can see that he was able to get away with 5, but maybe if he had thought, if he'd come up with a different way of doing this, if he'd planned more carefully, he would have been able to get away with all 7 swords, because by leaving behind the 2, he's actually left 2 swords for the people to defend themselves with. So it can be needing to see a new way of doing something. We have in the deep past, the foundation, we have a major life event here with the Tower. This is major arcana number 16, a Tower moment. This is very unexpected, right? The Tower is it's very powerful energy associated with the sign of Aries. So this is you showing up very strongly here in your own spread, right? Very powerful. But it doesn't, like I said, with this, similar to what I was saying with the Seven of Swords, the Tower doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative. I know that this depiction of it looks a little scary. Obviously, the man is, he's falling out of the tower. He's naked. He didn't have time to put clothes on. But the Tower really represents a very unexpected event coming into, and happening in your life. And, one way or another, you have to figure out how to deal with that Tower moment. So it's about, how you react, how you deal with this Tower situation. And, I often give the example with the Tower, before I move on, I often give the example of, say you've been in a job for quite a long time and you're really unhappy there, and then you've kind of stayed there because you really didn't know what else to do. There really weren't many opportunities in your area, in your field, so you stayed there. And then out of the blue, they come in and say, oh, I'm sorry, we need to let everybody in this department go. You're going to be out of a job. You only have sort of 30 days, 60 days, whatever it is, notice that they give you. yes, it's very unexpected, catches you off guard, but it's not necessarily bad because it might sort of push you towards doing something that you really want to do, and get you out of that situation. In the recent past, you have the Six of Swords. This is one of the two movement cards in the minor arcana, right? The Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, they both represent moving on. So this can be physically moving. This can be travel by boat, so traveling across water, traveling to somewhere that's by water. But it does represent, leaving behind a situation, leaving behind choppy waters, like a more difficult time, more difficult situation, heading in a new direction, heading into calmer waters. So there's movement here. We have crowning your reading, major arcana number 9, the Hermit. And the Hermit is associated with the earth sign of Virgo. And, the Hermit is all about going within. He retreats, he goes off up into the mountains or, out into the wilderness in search of spiritual knowledge. And so he's only guided by this lantern representing that inner knowing, his intuition, that inner sort of the inner guidance that leads him on his quest. So it's about retreating, taking that time out. So this could be you retreating, it could be you kind of going within, it could be you on a more spiritual quest. It might be a month where you are more focused on your own spirituality and really, honing your spiritual practices and gifts, tapping into your own intuition. We have coming up in the near future the Magician. This is number 1 of the major arcana, very powerful energy. The Magician has at his disposal all of the tools that he needs to bring down into reality, right? To manifest whatever it is that he is wanting to manifest. So this is very powerful, right? The Magician is air energy associated with the signs of Gemini and Virgo. So he's sort of like the ace of aces. He's all of the aces rolled into one because it's like the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Swords, Pentacles, all rolled up into this one ace. So this is a very powerful energy of manifesting, of alchemy, of bringing into reality whatever it is that you are wanting at this time. And we have more very powerful energy with you showing up as the Star. This is associated with the air sign of Aquarius, number 17 of the major arcana. So far you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas out of 6. That's a significant number, which tells me that there could be a lot of divine orchestration at play this month, a lot of opportunities, events, situations that are kind of out of your control. It's like the universe stepping in, right? And putting certain people or certain opportunities in your life, on your path this month. The Star is about wish fulfillment. It's wish upon a star, and then trusting that the universe will provide, will kind of bring those things into or allow you to manifest those things. Star is also about healing. So this could be a card of healing as well. We have in your surroundings the Six of Cups, a very nostalgic energy. So it's also past life energy, but could be reconnecting with people from the past, could be going back to, or there might be something to do with your, a place from your childhood, or reconnecting with people from your childhood, going back to, it can be reconnecting with, say, past, boyfriend, girlfriend. It can be that type of reconnecting, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's more, it's very nostalgic energy. There's always the cautionary message with the Six of Cups of needing to see if you do reconnect with people, or you do go back to a certain place, to an old job, or, make sure that you look back on it as it truly was, instead of with rose-colored glasses, thinking that it was maybe better than it actually was, or, just be realistic. You have in your hopes and fears the Queen of Swords. So you're hoping for this clarity of mind, for this to take on the energy of the Queen of Swords, who is she's oftentimes referred to as like the bitter divorced woman card, because it's not that she's necessarily bitter, it's that she's very direct with her words. She speaks her mind, right? She's very good at communicating, of coming up with ways of doing things. Is very intelligent. But she's direct. So you could be hoping for some type of either hoping to be able to communicate, right? Similar to this Queen of Swords, or hoping for some type of clarity, clarification on, a particular situation or on a topic. And we have outbound energy. So you have two aces showing up, plus the Magician, which is like the Ace of Aces. This is beautiful. Aces in the tarot, like I said, they are blessings. They are kind of yes cards. So we have this wonderful new offer. If this could be a new offer of love coming in, with it being the Suit of Cups. If it is, it's like that beautiful, new relationship starting up. Ace of Cups can also come in when there's news of a pregnancy, birth of a child. If it's to do with a new job offer, this is going to be like with the Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups, it's like that dream job. So it's, it's not just going to pay the bills, but it's going to bring you, emotional fulfillment. So this is wonderful. And this is, it's a card of, it's like the universe giving you the green light to move forward. Yeah. And, you're being guided to choose, with the overall energy being this Seven of Cups. This is pick a cup, right? Which cup is the one that you want? So there's a need to make this decision. Once you choose whichever cup it is that you want, that's going to be the new job that you want, the right job for you, what direction you want to go in after this Tower moment. That it's going to be this holy grail. It's going to be the Ace of Cups for you. So it might come after some soul searching. You might need to see things from a different perspective, or come up with a new way of doing something. But ultimately, with this many positive cards, it looks like it's going to be a very good month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped, Aries. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. And I look forward to reading for you again next month. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of January. Bye for now.